Yo, what's up, boys? It's Smooth again, back with another video. Really excited about this video today. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a long time. I've just been sort of refining my retakes and whatnot, but today I just want to talk about some of my favorite retakes from other content creators and grinders like myself. I have a couple unique ones, and so if you guys like any of them, please let me know in the comments section which one you liked. Make sure you guys drop a like and sub, and enjoy the video. Alright guys, so for anybody who follows my Instagram, I posted on my story the other day that I had sort of found a unique variation of doing a 90, and I wanted to start with talking about that because first of all, the way I sort of discovered it was sort of built upon something that I used to train my cone side jumps. So if you're like me, I had a really hard time learning how to do that side jump. And so I found a way along trying to learn that to sort of practice that and make timing that jump a little bit easier. So what I started doing was when you place this cone, you place a wall here, and you sort of slowly drag your aimer along the back of the wall. And so not only does it help you sort of train the timing of that jump, but it also supports that, because usually this cone is the only thing supporting those side jumps. But when you place that wall behind there, it actually supports the whole structure. So it sort of helped me like learn how time my side jumps quite a bit, and sort of trained me to be able to do like a real sort of cone, a double side jump without the backing on that. So to be able to do most of these retakes that I'm about to talk about, you really do need to be able to do side jumps reliably and consistently. Before I start getting into retakes, I want to talk about this 90 variation that I sort of found while I was playing recently. So it is sort of based off of this cone jump variation here, but instead of placing the cone, what I found that is if you do a 90, like a Euro 90 or Metro 90, whatever you want to call it, and then instead of 90ing again like this, you 90 once, and you can actually drag your wall across here, and you can do this so quickly and so seamlessly, you actually gain an extra layer of height, because usually you'd be on this level, but you're actually on the next level up. So I've done this multiple times in 1v1s, and I've been able to gain a lot of height pretty quickly. So you can actually do it multiple times. And it's essentially doing a triple cone jump without the cone, but it's still fairly supported. So I want to start calling these inverse 90s, because 90s are going to be like, you're going to be building a square basically, like a 1x1 with regular 90s, but you're kind of reversing a 90. So I want to call these inverse 90s. So if you guys are questioning what these are called, I'm just going to start calling them inverse 90s. And it's also really effective if you're trailing your enemy above them. Usually you have to do something like this, like try to follow them, and they're like slowly gaining high ground on you. Well, if you're trailing your enemy, you could literally just boost up a few ramps like really easily, and you just gain 3 layers of height like instantly. So I want to talk about that. If you guys like that, let me know in the comments, because I think that's actually really freaking sick. So with that being said, I want to talk about the first retake, and it's not super complex, but it does rely on side jumps. So you need to be able to do these side jumps. So what you do, one of my first retakes that I like to do is in 1v1s is when you're double ramping, this is like the #1 scenario you're always in when you're fighting an opponent. And you're just like, crap, what do I do? Like, how do I rotate around? Because if I pop a 90 here, like, you're just exposed the entire way. So one of the things I like to do is when you place this bottom ramp, because there's 2 positions that you can always initiate your retake on. You can initiate the retake from the top ramp being placed like this, or you can initiate it from the bottom ramp being placed. And you need to make sure this bottom ramp is placed last. And then you place a cone here, and you sort of just drag a circle. And what I do is I place a wall here, and you don't even have to jump to this. You could literally just cone, ramp, wall. You can do a double wall here, and I do a jump. I place a cone up here, like that, and then I place another one right here, and you kind of keep cranking up. So this is what the next one looks like. This one's going to be a lot more basic, and I think most people can pull this one off. It's sort of based off of Parallel Connor's Connor Classic, and if you don't know what that is, you can go look at his video on YouTube. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I like to do in variation of the Connor Classic. So that move is really basic, and it's comprised of using the Connor Classic, and I actually do smuve 90s at the end. So what I do is when I'm double ramping up, when that top ramp is placed, I throw a wall up here, and while I'm throwing it up, my aimer is looking at the ramp. So as soon as I hit edit, it's already going to be ready to edit. So I confirm that. When you do this 90, you just look straight up, and you can place 4 walls like really high, and you just jump. And if you don't know what a smuve 90 is, you can go watch my other videos, but they're really easy to do, and they cover your ass really well. So. Alright guys, so for the third retake, I want to talk about something that's a little bit more difficult to do. I have spent the past like week or two learning cone flips really well, and so this retake uses cone flips quite a bit. So I want to go ahead and show you what this one looks like full speed, and then I'll explain it. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and explain this retake. Obviously, it's pretty difficult to do, but it is pretty effective. It covers your head most of the time. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I do step by step. So when you're double ramping, I do a double cone here. I like to edit both of these tiles, and when I release it, I catch it, place the cone above, I do a 90-degree ramp flip, and I like to do one of two things here. I like to either let this cone break and jump and edit through like this, or I edit this cone and I try to catch it from breaking, so it sort of covers my head at this moment in time. Once you come through, you place another ramp cone, and this is where you're going to do a 180 ramp or 180 cone flip. So you basically come up, jump, and I like to do another thing here. One of two things is when I do this flip, I either come around here and do a side jump like that, or I like to do just a complete 180. So you catch it, place the cone here, and essentially it's what I did in the example that you just saw. Alright guys, so for the fourth and final retake, I want to talk about B.H. Wood's retake in one of his recent videos. I'm going to just discuss it briefly because he does a really good in-depth description of how he does it, but essentially what he does is while he's double ramping, does a double cone here. He'll place this cone on the side. He'll do a full reverse 90. He'll drop. He'll edit these two tiles on the cone. Essentially, do the reverse 90 again, do a reverse 90 again, and he'll just continually do that. The really key point here is that when you're doing this reverse 90, that you catch this back wall, because without that back wall, when you edit this cone, it's just going to break the entire structure. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like in full speed. So that retake is probably one of my favorite retakes that I've ever seen anybody create. And if you can get that one down pat, you can throw that into the mix of any build fight, and you can really throw your opponent off big time. Alright guys, if you like the video, please drop a sub. I'm just going to go ahead and play all my retakes one by one here. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Have an awesome day. Peace.